Listen to me and listen up good. I want you to forward this video. I want you to pass this video to every young Jamaican. Every Jamaican that feel like them ready for the road. Them ready for badness. For those who see badness and don't want to leave it alone, this one is for you. And I'm about to give you some constructive message for you to apply to life. You see them prison here? You see these new places that they're building just for you? Alright. With that and technology, a whole lot more of you are going to be ending up in these places. I saved this video a while back because I wanted to show you what it is they have in store for us. Okay? I don't know why I say us, but I feel like saying us. Because I'm not in no badness, and I'm definitely not trying to go into one of these places. I'm dainty. I'm big and strong and tall and everything, but me not make for nobody prison. Prison wasn't made for nobody good. Anyway, prison not make for dog. On the know, so we said that already. But let's get into the meat of the matter. So, as you can see, these are Jamaican officials in uniform that are in this new facility that they have built in Jamaica, so no one has to guess and wonder and say, so Flo, I know Jamaica this look like Panama or this look like wherever. No, this is Jamaica. Okay, right now the prison space in Jamaica is so overcrowded and so cramped, and you have man doing in bucket in front of other man and all these things, going days and days, even weeks without shower and proper hygiene and sanitization or sanitation and all these things. They're looking into that. The world leaders are looking into that, and they're saying they want the prisons to be a little bit nicer. But hear what I'm telling you. No matter how nice them prison here nice, you see, it's still prison. And at the end of the day, your freedoms are taken away. They are suspended. Here's a fun fact for you. Here is a fun fact for you. Once you volunteer yourself to badness, figure take on the road and do what Badman do, or get involved in any criminal activities or activities that might land you in these places. Once you do that willingly, what you have done willingly in 2023, 2024 and beyond is you have surrendered to voluntary slavery. Yep, that's what I just said. So only pound around here and skin up your face and I talk about, yo, me could have never existed at the time of slavery, you know, oh, cause no boy now send me go work no plantation and all these things. Brother, you know, a volunteer for go in a them place here mean that you're volunteering to go to prison, to a plantation. That's what prison is. If you look at the constitutional declaration and paperwork, it says that slavery is abolished. Slavery is abolished except for when a person is incarcerated. That is the reason why once you are incarcerated, you are no longer a free man. You are now in bondage and you are now, quote unquote, property of the state. That is why some prison will give you a number. They don't even call you by your name. Prisoner XY27Z, whatever they want to call you, or whatever, right? So keep on volunteering for modern day slavery, and I also not gonna end up. Now I'll give it this: the space has not been lived in yet. So some little jailbird might feel like, say, boy, I'm going to jail already and it dirty and look cramp up and look bad in there. Them here look nice because they're new. Alright, sir. Go on. It look new, but if you notice how small it is. Look how small the shower spaces are. Now when you have all 5-10 man in one of these little spaces with 2 concrete bed, where is everybody else supposed to sleep that is in this little space? A spoon, them go have a spoon up together upon the floor. Man a wine upon your back while him asleep. Right? I'm doing this video as a deterrent. So I have to talk the truth. The kind of things that goes on in these places, nobody wants to talk about, especially amongst the Jamaican population. See? Youth, nobody make your head take you. Nobody make you lose yourself and end up in one of them places here. And then when you're in there, you're a ball. And you have regrets. A man in there, I beg you for batty. Or taking it. It's not safe. So my warning now to the youths them out there is this ain't the place where you want to be, my friend. Okay? I told y'all before a long time ago that the prison industrial complex is a worldwide plan. That means just like how America has the prison industrial complex where it is on the stock market, it makes a whole lot of money for some people. The prisons have been privatized. That's what life is about. It's about finding ways to make money. It's about finding ways to become extremely wealthy. That way, people pass on their money for generations. And then that's how you meet some families and they're living in old money rich, right? Okay, well, if you think that someone sees the prison industrial complex as a way to make money in Jamaica and they're going to pass it up, then you're a fool. The prison industrial complex is coming to Jamaica. I told you all that before. The plan, along with proper identification for every citizen and all that, they will be properly tracking everybody soon. Yes, Jamaica is a young country and they have a lot of catching up to do, but they will catch up. And in short time too. It won't take long. Remember me tell you, it won't take long. So the prison industrial complex will hit Jamaica soon. Y'all seen the UK offered Jamaica prison before to help them build a new complex, high-tech complex. And Jamaica at the time, whatever leader was in office or in ruling turned it down, right? Okay. Most Jamaicans were saying, why don't you help us build an educational institution and fund it so the children or the young people who are willing to go there, they don't have to pay tuition. That would be a nice way to pay back some reparations to the country through, all the other stuff. No, they want to help you to build a prison, my friend. All right? And eventually, Jamaica is going to take the deal. The U.S. might help, say, let me help you build one. England say, let me help you build a next one. And these won't be any small complexes. These will be an entire big old high state facility. High, how should you say it now? Highly advanced technologically facility. See, the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, came out recently and said that that plan is already in place. And they have already sourced the location to build such a facility. Remember, recently, Andrew Holness said they started working with or getting help from the United States of America to track dons or demand them where lead the violence and supporting the violence and shipping guns into Jamaica, the gang leader them and so on and so forth. A lot of them live overseas. That's why it's hard to keep up with them. But we have help from the U.S. entities now, FBI, CIA, them kind of people that women not too like call up them name. Okay, and them upon the case. An ex-FBI agent who is also a born Jamaican actually came out and scolded Andrew Holness and said you should not have given out that information to the public, letting them know that you just handed over a list with 30 names on it. And of course, smart Jamaicans are saying, look, the man I tell the public because I really tell him one, tell him cronies them and him criminals them. Say lay low cause them a come for you. Either way, it was during that same speech that the Right Honorable Andrew Holness also spoke about the new prison, the high-tech facility that is coming. Here is a glimpse inside of what the lockdown space will look like inside of these facilities. I don't know about you, my friend, but just looking at this short video right here, the footage alone of this space, it gives me anxieties. I've always been a person who me not too like being locked in a small space. Even if I'm locked in my house for the day working because I work from home, I feel like after a while, me just start to stir crazy like I need to get out, I need to go for a drive, I need to walk. I need to at least walk outside and put my foot on the grass just to remind myself that I'm able to walk outside and I can walk outside. So I can't imagine allowing myself to be locked in to one of these kind of facility where it's bare concrete and steel around me and I don't have a choice but to stay there. What am I going to do when my anxiety start bubble up and boil up and bubble up and boil up and I realize I can't come out? I'm probably going to be one of the ones going crazy in there. So I now do nothing to try to put myself in a them kind of predicament here. And I'm encouraging y'all to not do anything to put yourself in this kind of predicament as well. You know, it's a funny thing watching my people and how they operate. This thing has been done before, my friend. And everybody that we watch do it failed. So why are you doing it? The badness thing, it's been done before. It's been done before by people who are better than you. And we watch them fail. So why are you doing it? Why are you choosing that route? The drugs thing and the gun shipping thing and all this, we watch it already. We watch people do it already. And they all failed. So unless you are some top, suit and tie, highly connected, doing it at that level, you are bound to fail. You hear what I just say? You are bound to fail. I think it's full time now that we start wise up and start realize that certain actions only bring certain consequences or certain reactions, and there's no way around it. For instance, if you take up badness, you already know what the two outcomes are. It's prison or it's early grave. There's no way around it. Even some people who take up badness and then put it down, them still can't put it down because, you know, the consequences still finds them. Because of stuff that you did from a long time ago, now you decide to change your life. It don't mean that people forget you. It don't mean that who you harmed when you did feel like you're hothead have forgiven you. For them head still hot. And them still want back them revenge. You understand? So, at the end of the day, just left it alone. This is my warning. Leave it alone. And like I said, the prison industrial complex is going to be coming to Jamaica. The prison industrial complex is its end goal is to put as many people in prison as possible. That's why they will tell you that it's easy to get into prison. It's very hard to get out. Don't bother feel like, say, if you keep bad company, I'm not talking to you too. Because someone who keep bad company, I want to feel like, say, me not in a nothing bad. I'm a bridging them in a bad things. Well, my granny say, birds of a feather flock together. You want me show you somebody or tell you who them is? Show me them company. So, with that said, anything your friend them are going with are going to reach you too eventually, my friend. Right? Just remember that. So, there you are. Keeping a bad man, friend. Wrong place, wrong time. And end up in a prison a ball. Mama, come take me out, yeah. Yeah, and your mother can't take you out. Especially for those of us who come from lower socio-economic backgrounds. Our people them don't have the long money for hire Peter Champagne and some big lawyer for twist up the thing and make sure so you get a good trial. And, you know, we can't afford those things, so we have to go with who is appointed and these things. You're blighted from the beginning. But these are the places that they have for you, and these are the places that they're building for you. This is a model of the first one. This is actually built in Jamaica right now, already, waiting to receive fresh bodies. You know what's crazy? Before we went into the Christmas and the New Year's, Andrew Holness did a speech. And in the speech, he said, for anybody who it might have slipped past your ears, he said, 15 years is the minimum you're going to get for a gun. 15 years. A decade and a half. The judge will not be able to negotiate. And the reason why the judge will not be able to negotiate is because it's called a mandatory minimum. Well, specialists outside of that, before that was even passed into law, which I told you was going to pass into law because the end goal is to fill up these prisons. Walk with the story. But the specialists them say, yo, Jamaica figure build whole heap more prison now, because if 15 years is what we're giving at a minimum for anybody caught with a gun, you don't have to bust it. You don't have to have shot anybody. That is extra. All you have to do is get caught with it, and you don't have a permit from the FLA that says you have the right to have this weapon and conceal carry it. Your goose cook for the next 15 years. It's a mandatory minimum, which takes the negotiation out of the judge's hands. Therefore, the judge cannot say, well, you know, given the fact that he is only 18 years old and is a good church boy, and he played in the DaCosta Cup while he was in high school, and, you know, he had made good grades and he comes from a good family, the judge can't say nothing. None of that will count. None of that will count into consideration to your time. You will start your minimum at 15. By the time we start the new year, my friend, and I looked, we already had 80 plus Jamaicans caught with illegal guns looking at being tried under this new law to do a minimum of 15 years in prison. It's sad. It's sad. I mean, your brother say, yo, I'm in a business, you know, me go do my time because I rather get catch with it than without it. Man catch me flat foot and kill me and take with me 6 points. And me can't live like that here, sir. So here what? They have to go catch me with it. Well, if you make up your mind, say that I go on, Papa, then there's nothing I can tell you. I'm not telling the people at the same time who live in certain conditions to leave your head back careless because you don't want to go to prison and then make man go kill you out the road. I know the choice is hard. A reality we are talking about. But maybe you can lift up from around there, so. You see, it comes a time in life where we have to take responsibility. Some people are going to find excuses and say stuff like, well, people just can't pick up and move, so you know. So you prefer go to prison for 15 years? Pick up and move. Go somewhere else. Be good and start over. Anything but 15 years. You know how much can go on in 15 years? You don't have 15 years to give to the system. You don't have 15 years to be locked up and confined in these small spaces with a bag of man around you. And at the end of the day, no found can't even fight. Yeah, no found can't even physically fight to defend yourself. So I want you to do this for me as we approach the end of this video. I want you to close your eyes with me. I want you to visualize you being in the smallest closet in your house. Yes. It's dark. Now, inside that small closet in your house, matter of fact, open your eye. Don't bother visualize nothing. Go in at the closet, go lock yourself in there. Go in your bathroom and lock yourself in your bathroom. Turn the lights out, lock yourself in the bathroom. And I want you to think to yourself, can I stay here for a week? Just right there in the bathroom. And I know someone know I gonna say, yeah man, I can't stay in there. Easy thing that. Man, a soldier. I have my shower right there, so I roll up 2 towels and sleep on them. I have toilet right there, so I'm good. Boom, bang, bang. Okay, I want you to put 10 more people in there with you now. Alright? And some of them have been there way longer than you are, so they have seniority. Some of them are real bad man, not like your fake badness. Some of them are homo, and they are rapists as well. So them will look upon you like fresh raw meat. How him will cook you. Now I want you to put all those dynamics in place. And I want you to ask yourself, can you live in such close quarters with your enemies? Can you live in such close quarters where you have to watch a next man take a shit? And when him do you smell it and you can't do nothing about it? Can you live in such quarters where physiologically men wake up in the morning with a hard on? Yeah, man dick turn up round you. And there's a bag of uno in there. That's how you're going to be living for the next how many years? And you're not see no purpose, no reason for straighten up and say, yo, me no want this for myself. I wish y'all all the luck. All I'm letting y'all know is this information right here. The prison industrial complex is on its way. They're going to build prisons, and in the near future, Jamaica will be building more prisons and more prisons, and they will be putting and incarcerating more Jamaicans inside of these prisons, and they will be making stricter laws, which will be mandatory minimums, which will be taking away the debate or debating ability from not a lawyer, from a judge. So a judge won't be able to say anything about you getting that 15 at a minimum. And they're going to be applying those laws to a whole host of other things, not just gun. But wait and see. Wait till them start though. For murder, you won't be getting any bail anymore. For murder, they're going to be starting out at 30 and 40 years and then going up and all that. You'll see how filled these prisons are going to be and how overcrowded and how fast they will be putting up new prisons to house more people. I just want to get a look of the inside of these facilities. If you feel that is where you belong, then by all means, go full speed ahead. But for the youth who watch this video and say, you know what, me feel what SouFLo feel, me feel claustrophobic, I watch this. Me feel like me couldn't even breathe, because that space that's too small. Me no want lock in like that with a bag of man in a little tiny space like that. I hope that was enough to change your mind, enough to change your direction. Big up on yourself. Manners and respect to each and every one of your life is the sweetest, and it's best to live it free. Catch y'all on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. You already know how I do. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.